pretty foggy this morning. Woke up to heavy rain. Pretty much a downpour. Fortunately, it seems to have stopped. Somebody was able to get weather service and said it looks like the radar. According to the radar, we won't have more rain until like 3. Hopefully, I can do the mileage to the next shelter before then. But we'll probably get a little bit of rain here and there. No worries. What's the saying? No rain, no pain, no main. Well, anywho, this is I don't know, I think these might be old apple trees. Like, that right there looks like an old apple tree, maybe. But it's pretty area. I will be going up and over a couple of big mountains today. Hopefully this fog breaks so we can get some views. If we get views, I will show them to you. If we don't get views, I'll show you that probably. So, I think this is an apple tree. Whatever it is beginning to flower. But it would make sense if this was an old apple orchard. Part of the Smokies used to be farms a long time ago. So it would make sense to have an old orchard up here. I don't know for certain that these are apple trees, but they could be. But I'm up on some sort of little mini bald here. I can't see much with the fog, but hey, it wouldn't be called the Smoky Mountains if it wasn't smoky or foggy. I don't know what this is. I mean, obviously I know it's a pile of corn, but I don't know what it was up here chewing on corn and then dumped it on the trail. I assume that's poo. Weird. I wonder what made that. I'm near the top of Stony Top Mountain. A couple 100 feet left. Right, so we're on the top of Rocky Top Mountain, obviously. I've come 1.2 miles so far today. I'm gonna pack up my coat and my poncho. It doesn't look like I'll need them for a while. It's pretty up here. Wish there was a bit more breeze. Some gnats flying around my head that are annoying, but whatever. Well, I made it to the top of Thunder Top Mountain. Unfortunately, there's not much to see, except for a little bit of a geological plaque telling me that I'm at the top. So, yay. Also, stealing that's a $250 fine, so don't do that. So I made it to Derek Knob Shelter. It took me all day to do 6 miles. It was really rough. Lots of rocky ups, rocky downs. The bugs, the black flies just tore my legs apart. My legs, my arms, they were all over me. Oh man, I'm so exhausted. I know you're not supposed to tent in the Smokies, but man, these black flies, I tend to get away from them. Fortunately, they're a little more lax about tenting due to norovirus and, well, they reduced the rules in 2020 because of coronavirus, and they never really tightened them back up. Now they're blaming it on norovirus, but whatever, I had to get away from the black flies. They were just ripping me to shreds. So I'm gonna lay here for a little while and read and then pass out. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's April 20th. I am a mile past Derek's Knob Shelter. It was pouring rain when I left this morning, so I didn't get to record my walking away from the shelter kind of video. As you can see, the sun's out, so it looks like it's going to be a good day. I've got to do 7.5 miles today. to Double Spring Shelter. I am completely out of food. I have my dinner for tonight, which is a Ready Wise meal. I have a single packet of mashed potatoes, a single lemon bar, and one packet of breakfast essentials for tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll be able to get a ride from Klingman's Dome into Gatlinburg to resupply, because I will definitely be hungry tomorrow when I get in there. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Well, it's about 11:30. 2.5, almost 3 miles. There's another 2.5 miles to the next shelter. The next shelter I think was 5.2 from Derek's Knob shelter, and then that's Siler's Ball shelter. And then 1.5 miles past that is the second shelter, Double Spring shelter, which is where I'm going today. That's going to be a 7.5 mile day. Tempted to push up and stealth camp on top of Klingman's Dome, but I don't know what this weather's going to do. If I knew I would have a clear sunrise in the morning, I might do that, just for the sunrise, but I mean, I have no idea what the weather's going to be like in the morning. It might rain all night, it might be foggy again, I don't know. So, anywho, I've fallen down 3 times today in the muddy ground. Sprained my knee a little bit on the last fall. It's okay for now. We'll see how it goes further on the day and how it feels later. That last uphill was a pretty gnarly because of the wet conditions. But I'd rather be hiking in the rain than hiking with bugs. The bugs yesterday, the black flies yesterday, just ripped my legs apart, and my arms, and oh man, I was so glad to get in my tent last night. Anywho, gotta keep hiking. Gotta stop at some point and feed the ground. But anyway, gotta go. So I wanted to show you what ramps look like. These are ramps. You'll know they're ramps because they have a reddish stem, and then it goes down to white. You have to dig out the bulb, of course. Like an onion, it's got a wrap around it. But you pull off the skin, and you've got a edible white bulb. So that's a ramp. So it's April 20th. I am, it's about 3 o'clock. I'm about 2/10 away from Siler Bald, where I'm going to stop and take my boots off and rest my feet for a while. And then I got another 1.5 miles to Double Spring Shelter, which is where I'm going to spend the night. Turned into a pretty alright day. Can see some blue sky. We keep having patches of fog roll through, and it's a little cooler than it has been, so that's nice. The black flies aren't out as bad as they were yesterday. Anyway, my feet are really screaming at me. I want to get up these last couple tenths of a mile so I can put take off my pack. I'm currently just sitting on a rock, but I don't want to take my pack off because I'll never get it back on. Hey everybody, it's 4:20. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I made it to Double Spring Shelter, of course. It's pretty cold up here. We're at 5,400 feet. According to the weather report, I managed to get enough signal earlier to get some weather. According to the weather report, the low tonight is going to be 33, but that's for normal people down in the valley. We're at 5,400 feet, and there's a 50% chance of rain, so we could see snow in the morning. I think it's pretty likely we'll see snow. If it rains, it'll snow. So, I don't know what that's going to mean for me getting out tomorrow, because I have no food left. So I'm a little worried about that, but I can't do much about it now. I will go to sleep and take what comes. Good morning. It is April 21st. I am on my way up Klingman's Dome. I've come about 6/10 of a mile from Double Spring Shelter. I have about 2.2 miles to go. That's up 930 feet. So it's a general uphill all day. I'm starving. I gagged down a packet of instant mashed potatoes this morning, and a packet of breakfast essentials chocolate mix. My body craves protein in the worst way. I think I woke up last night drinking about 6 patty hamburgers and meat in general. But I'm doing what I can. I'm gonna hope I can get a ride from Klingman's Dome into Gatlinburg for resupply. It's rainy right now, and it's cold. Fortunately, it did not snow last night. I thought it would. When I got up to pee, it was never really cold, all that cold. I don't think it got into the low 40s. But so we got lucky there, because it rained all night long. But I was just so hungry, I just lay there listening to the rain, trying to sleep and just dreaming about food while still being awake. Anyway, my fingers are numb, my gloves are wet, so I'm gonna put my hands in my sleeves and try to keep my fingers warm while I hike this mountain. So I've come a ways. I'm about 1.9 from the top now. I just wanted to show you kind of what the terrain looks like. I'm hiking. It's a pine forest or spruce forest, but everywhere you look, everything's covered with moss. It must be very, very wet up here. I mean, obviously it's wet right now, but overall it must be incredibly wet up here. Otherwise you wouldn't have this much moss on everything. It is beautiful though. But I mean, I'm from Vermont, New Hampshire area. I see pine forests and spruce forests all the time. This much moss is not natural. I mean, it's obviously natural, but it's not normal. It's not typical. Oh man, this is really dragging. I'm really dragging. I'm starving, and don't know if I have the energy. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to push up the mountain to get to the top because I gotta get to get food. But I'm dragging. Meanwhile, I saw this weird tree. It's like got grass or something growing out of it. Never seen anything quite like that before. But man, going up this mountain when you're starving going up any mountain when you're starving is really rough. I asked if anybody had any extra food, but I wasn't the only one that was basically out of food. So everybody going into Gatlinburg today is basically out of food. So yeah, all I had was, I didn't have much for breakfast. I'm starving. Anyway, pushing onwards. I'll make it eventually. Well, it's 10:15. I'm about 0.8 from the top. Well, I say the top. I mean the bypass trail. With the weather right now, I don't really know if there's a point. It's fogged in. The sun. You can't see anything. There'll be no view from the top right now. And I'm starving. I really, really am. I don't know if there's a point to going another 0.3 up to the top of the tower. when there's no view to be had. And it looks like I'm going to have to probably end up walking down the road into the gap, because I doubt there will be any tourists coming up here. I mean, that's the view I'll have from the top. So, I don't know. We'll see when I get there. Oh, there's Klingham's Dome. That's what I gotta climb. But I'm almost there. The trail's a little rougher than I would like, but not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than this. Yeah, that's... But, I mean, the view is not spectacular right now, which is a little sad since this is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. But we'll see when I get there. I'm 0.4 from the top. It's raining again. Oh, I say the top. I mean the bypass trail. I don't know. So I'm 0.4 from the bypass trail, and I'm 0.7 from the top. But I'm starving. I feel like I don't know. I could sit down right now and eat 2,000 calories, and that would power me up this mountain, but I don't have any calories to eat. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take the bypass trail. Hopefully I can get back up to Klingham's Dome after Gatlinburg and hike to the top and get some views maybe. Well, it says I'm 0.3 now from the bypass. I thought I was 0.3 before. Oh crap, I dropped the pole. Oh. The rain has turned to sleet or snow, I don't know. Hail is when it sticks, and hail is summertime weather. But this is just sleet. It's cold, it's wet, I'm exhausted and starving. Probably wouldn't be exhausted if I wasn't starving, but there you have it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing. It's April 21st, and it is snowing. Of course, we are on top of a very tall mountain. I'm sure it won't be snowing once I get to lower elevation. I am going down the bypass trail. I just ran into a couple section hikers that are finishing up their section. They gave me a couple energy bars and a bag of those Stinger Chew things. So I'm devouring that as I hike down this trail. But yeah, it is absolutely snowing right now. You can see the snowflakes on my chest. Maybe. I don't know if you can see them. Whatever. I should be almost down to the bottom of this. And then I'll be in the parking lot and I'll have to figure out how the heck I'm getting down off this mountain. Probably walking down the road. Because in this weather, I can't imagine many tourists are up here. We'll have to see what happens when I get there, though. It is legitimately snowing now. 2 days ago, it was 85. Could barely hike. And now, getting snowed on. And yes, it's probably because of the elevation. But still. I hope you can see the snow. But yeah, it is legitimately whatever. I can't speak. I think these rocks have geoglyphs on them. Like, Native American markings, I think. I mean, could be something else. But, I don't know. I'll ask when I get to the, I'll have to find the ranger and ask. That is kind of cool. Here's some more circles. And this little, there's another one up there.
You hike all the way up here?
From Fontana, yeah. I hiked from Springer Mountain, yes.
Wow.
200 miles here to here, but I did 220 on the Pinhoti Trail before I ever touched the Appalachian Trail this year.
That's amazing.
Yep. Now for the fun part of hitchhiking, getting ignored by everybody. There are a lot of cars out here, so I should be able to get a ride, but I probably won't.